Hello and welcome back to my channel, everyone. It is your girl Cassandra Olivia, back with another video. I haven't really posted a lot of makeup videos, to be honest. I haven't done a lot of makeup, and the clients that I've done are like brides, and your girl's just been super busy. But I have my lovely client Toy here. She's been a client of mine since 2014. But this is actually my first time ever doing her makeup. She doesn't wear makeup, as you can tell. She is naturally gorgeous, so she doesn't need makeup at all. But she had an event she was going to, so I decided to do a soft glam look on her. She let me completely freestyle, and she doesn't wear makeup often, so she was like, just do your thing. So here I am. I just decided to record her, and I do have my ring light on, or my glam core light on full brightness, which is like the warm and the cool tones, and then also my lighting in my salon suite, but I do not have any windows, so the lighting looks a little weird in here. But I'm going to insert pictures at the end of how she looked like when she was in the lighting at her event, and also like natural lighting, so that way you guys aren't like coming for me in the comments. But anyway, I'm going in. I already put in some MAC Prep and Prime on her face, and I did go in with some MAC Fix Plus and spray that all over. I just wanted to make sure that her skin was nice and moisturized and saturated, so that way it helps the application of all the products that I'm putting on. You always want to start off with nice skin. The better the skin looks, the better the makeup application will look. So now I'm going in and I'm just basing her eyes with the P. Louise Rumor Base in the shade 5. And I'm just applying this all over her lid. And what I'm doing is just creating a guideline, kind of like, excuse me, kind of like etching on her eyebrow just a tiny bit. So that way, when I go in with my Juvia's Place palette, I kind of have like a shape in there. But I'm going to come back and correct anything that looks wonky here. Just trust the process. So I'm going to do this on both of her eyes, but I decided to just do one side first. So, which is the side I'm doing now. So I'm just patting that, making sure everything is nice and smooth, and then just blending everything out. And then I am going to be going in with two Juvia's Place palettes. I will be using the Warrior palette, and I'm also going to be using the Juvia's Place Nubian palette. Those are like my go-to. I love those palettes. They're very like natural and nude. And yeah. So I'm just going in with a brown shade. I think I showed it on the screen. And I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just applying that as like her transition shade. And then after I'm done that, I am going to go ahead and apply her lid color, and then just go back in and add a little bit more depth to her look. We did her makeup around 10 in the morning. I did her hair and her makeup. She actually has clip-ins, and I curled her hair. And then we did her makeup afterwards, which is what you see here. But her event wasn't until 6 o'clock in the evening. So what I did was I just basically pinned her hair up so that way it's ready to go for later. And then I just ensured that her makeup was super set so that way it will last until she has her event. So because I know it's a night event, I wanted to give her kind of like a sexy, like sultry type of eye, but like a night vibe. So that's just what I'm doing here. And I just kind of picked out the colors based off of what I felt. So I just was winging it, to be honest. So just watch me blend these shades, and I will be back in a few. Just enjoy this tutorial. It's a pretty cool Sunday. We don't have school or anything tomorrow, so I'm excited. Just hanging out with my kids this weekend. I want to know what you guys are up to this weekend. How has your new year been so far? Because right now, my new year has been so chill, so relaxed. I'm just so refreshed and ready to just come back with such bomb content. So that's just how I'm feeling really good about 2023. And I'm just so excited for all the things to come. So here I'm just adding on some wing liner by Inglot. I love the Inglot number 77 gel liner. This has been a staple in my kit since like 2013-ish. And ever since I've heard about this liner, I've just been obsessed with this. So I really, really love this liner. It is the blackest of black eyeliners. I have not found an eyeliner that I feel is better than this. But if you have found one, drop it down below. I love me a good gel liner. I don't mind liquid either, but it just has to set right. It can't be runny. And I don't like the felt tip pens. I feel like they lose like the sharpness. So I just like to do this. So I just applied her liner on one side. And then you just see me going in and applying some lashes by Ardell. These are the Demi Wispy lashes. Just a really nice, soft, natural lash. She is older, so I didn't want to give her like super, super like drag queen lashes. She was going for like natural, and when we're going for natural, we don't want to do natural and then have like a really bold like lash. I'm going for like a really soft and pretty, like I woke up like this type of eye. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other eye, and I will be back shortly. And now I'm just going in with her foundation. I used the combination of Maybelline Fit Me. I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but I'll drop it in the description box. And I also like to use my Black Opal foundation as well. So I kind of just applied that all over, did like a little spot check on her face, and then just applied it all over. So I'm going with like the cheek color. Some people's faces are a little bit differently colored than their neck. You might have a brighter face or a darker neck or vice versa. Or you could have some contrast in your face naturally where your cheeks and like your forehead area are lighter or some areas. So I just tried to match her like overall shade. And then I'm just going to go in and like contour and just add a little bit more like dimension to her face so that way she doesn't look washed out. So just watch me apply this foundation all over. And then again, I am going to go in and contour her. I thought this was a good match for her. Once I looked at the video, I felt like I could have gone a shade darker, but that's neither here nor there. I just blended the hell out of it with some contour and everything. But different strokes for different folks. I'm not perfect and I'm still learning every day too, but it still looked good. I still felt like it looked really good, especially when she sent me her pictures. I was like, oh my god, this looks bomb. But looking back at this, I was like, okay, I could have went a tinge darker, but I just didn't want to make her look too dark, and I didn't want to like, I try to match her like overall complexion, if that makes sense. I might have been overthinking it, but let me know what y'all think. So I'm just applying her foundation all over, and then after I'm done this, I am going to go in and apply my chestnut concealer on her, under her eye. Oh no, was it chestnut or was it toffee? I think I applied chestnut on her by LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm just going to use that as like her brightening color all over. So for her brows, I'm just lightly filling them in with some MAC Stud. I just gravitated towards MAC like the end of last year. I don't know why. I randomly was like, I have a makeup artist discount, let me just use it. So I grabbed some Fix Plus. You saw me grab some like Stud. I got some more Ruby Woo. I got like a whole bunch of like OG MAC products that I used to really love, and I just kind of ran out and never replenished. So I'm just going in with Stud by MAC, and I'm just gently filling in her brows. I didn't need to do anything too harsh because her brows are actually microbladed, so I didn't want to make them look too boxy. I'm just kind of like filling them in gently and just making sure that they look still soft and pretty, but just a little bit more clean. So here I'm just going in with my P. Louise base again. I'm just carving out her brows. I'm not going to leave it that bright color that it pigments on her skin. I'm not going to leave it that white. I am actually just doing this to edge out her brows and to create a clean shape. But once I'm done, I am going to go in with a brown eyeshadow from my Juvia's Place palette and apply that over what I'm applying now. So that way it doesn't give like early 90s like brows where we used to just carve everything out with white. Like that, it looks cute sometimes, but we're not going for like drag, we're going for dramatic and like natural. But I just want her brow to be like the focal point because they're so nice. So I am gonna go over that in just a second with a angled brush, and I'm just gonna apply this brown shade over top and just slightly like blend everything so it looks nice and smooth and like soft and pretty. So now I'm going in with Chestnut, and I'm just applying that under her eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and contour her and highlight her right now, just adding the highlight shades. I'm going to blend everything out, and then I'm going to set this with my Fenty, what color was it that I used? My Fenty Chestnut, what was it? Hold on. I really just had to sit there and look that up because I was like, I know I'm saying this wrong. It's the Fenty Hazelnut. So it's going to look really yellow on camera. Again, I have this brightness set up. But the reason why I do all my makeup applications with full brightness on is because this is how it's going to look if she takes pictures or she has a flash or it's very, very, very bright where she's going. And you want to make sure that your clients don't have flashback, which is like that white cast that they get or yellow cast that they get when they take pictures. So I do this in full bright mode, so that way this is how she's going to look if she's directly under lighting. It's not going to be this dramatic, of course, where she's going, because it's going to be a night vibe. But if for whatever reason she walked into a photo shoot or people were taking pictures or whatever, as soon as that flash hits, it'll really show you what your makeup looks like. So we just make sure that she looks bomb in all lighting, and I'd rather see how nice they look in that bright setting versus just doing it with my lighting off, because then when the flash hits, it's like, oh shoot, it looks nice in the dim light and it looks crazy in the bright light. So that's the reason why I do what I do. So I'm just going to blend this out, and then I will be back shortly. Again, I'm going to set this with my Fenty Hazelnut powder, and then I am going to go ahead and contour with my Fenty Cocoa Naughty, and just add the dimension back into her face as well. So here I'm adding that Cocoa Naughty shade by Fenty, and then I did that all over, just contour, add some dimension to her face, and now I'm just going in with the Fenty mascara on a spoolie. You just want to make sure that you're not dipping mascara and putting it directly on your client's eyes. That's unsanitary. And you also want to make sure that you are using a lip brush or a makeup brush that you can sanitize. You do not want to dip in your lipstick directly and put it to your client's lips. That is like a pet peeve of mine, and it is not hygienic at all. So at the end, I decided to add a little bit of this highlighter by Juvia's Place right in the center of her lid and in the corner of her eye, just to kind of create like a soft, subtle spotlight, and it kind of adds just a little bit more like pizzazz to the look. So I'm going in, I'm priming her lips with some matte prep and prime, and then I am going in with just a beauty store brush, oh my goodness, a beauty store pencil in the shade brown, and then I'm just going to add a Beauty Bakery shade. I think I used Surreptitious in this video, or what was it, Fortune Cookie, one of those, and then I just put a gloss over top. I'm doing like a really thick brown liner. I'm not overlining her, but I'm like putting it all the way up into like the center point because I wanted to blend when she like blots her lips. So when she was done that, I did go ahead in and just have her blot, and then I just reapplied and then blended with a brush and added some gloss on top. So this pretty much is it. I'm going to go ahead and cut my light off and everything, and I'm gonna have her face to the side so that way you guys can see like how it blends into her neck and her skin, and then how it's gonna look if she's not under dramatic lighting. So right now what you see is like really bright artificial lights, and then you're just going to see in a second when I'm done, I'm going to cut off the lights and just have just the lights from my room, and then I'm also going to put her pictures in that she actually took at her event just to show you guys how it looked. It came out super bomb. Again, I feel like personally I could have went with like a more maybe cool tone brown or like a darker shade, but again, let me know what you guys think in the comments. But it felt like it worked either way, and I definitely finessed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful and productive week and enjoy your 3-day weekend, and I will catch you guys in my next video. And again, stay tuned for the end results and my beautiful clients' pictures at the end. And if you have not already, make sure you like, you comment, and if you don't do anything else, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Instagram at _Cassandra_Olivia. All right, y'all, I'm out.